Kevin Costner has long stood as one of the defining faces of American cinema, an actor whose steady gaze and quiet strength shaped generations of moviegoers. From protecting love in The Bodyguard to inspiring belief in Field of Dreams and redefining the Western with Nestor, Pjats with Wollstatzes, his career reflects resilience more than glamour. Though audiences often see confidence and control, his path was anything but easy. Born far from Hollywood privilege, Costner built his life through persistence, discipline, and belief in storytelling. Fame rewarded him with wealth and recognition, yet it never shielded him from heartbreak, public criticism, or personal doubt. Now in his 70s, he stands not merely as a movie star, but as a symbol of endurance. His journey reveals that real strength is not found in applause, but in the ability to rise again when life quietly demands it. Childhood, born into quiet struggle. Kevin Michael Costner was born on January 18, 1955 in Lynwood, California, into a working-class family familiar with hardship. His father worked long hours repairing power lines, laboring outdoors in difficult conditions to provide steady income. His mother served as a welfare worker, offering help to families facing crisis while quietly managing her own. 2 years before his birth, the family endured the devastating loss of an infant son, a tragedy rarely spoken about, but deeply felt. Though Kevin never knew his brother, the absence shaped the emotional atmosphere of the home. Grief lingered in subtle ways through guarded affection and unspoken sorrow. Love existed, but it was careful. From a young age, Kevin sensed that strength meant silence. The quiet resilience he observed in his parents became his earliest lesson. In that stillness, he began forming the inner endurance that would later define his public life. Instability. Growing up on the move. Costner's childhood was marked by constant relocation as his father pursued work opportunities across California. The family moved through communities including Compton, Ventura, and various parts of Orange County, rarely settling long enough to build lasting roots. Each move meant a new school, unfamiliar faces, and the challenge of starting over. For a shy boy, this repeated disruption intensified feelings of isolation. He learned not to grow too attached, knowing friendships might vanish within months. Teachers often overlooked him, and classmates rarely noticed the quiet child adjusting once again. Stability felt temporary. Belonging felt uncertain. Yet these disruptions planted seeds of adaptability. Costner discovered that survival required patience and self-reliance. He turned inward, observing people closely, studying behavior, and imagining stories to make sense of unfamiliar environments. Without realizing it, he was training himself for acting, learning to understand others by watching carefully from the margins. Lessons from loneliness and faith. Isolation, though painful, became a powerful teacher. Costner found comfort in imagination and in small spaces where he felt seen. Church choir offered one such refuge. Singing gave him a sense of visibility and belonging that daily life often denied. Yet, once rehearsals ended, the familiar silence returned. Loneliness taught him emotional awareness. He understood what it meant to feel unseen, and that empathy later became central to his performances. Instead of rebelling against hardship, he absorbed it. He recognized that life rarely guarantees fairness or stability. These early lessons formed a quiet confidence. If he could endure uncertainty as a child, he could endure future disappointments as an adult. By the time he finished high school, he carried within him a disciplined resilience. Pain had not broken him, it had refined him. The boy who once felt invisible had developed the inner strength of someone preparing, without knowing it, for extraordinary trials ahead. The turning point, choosing the dream. After graduating from California State University Fullerton with a degree in marketing and finance, Costner appeared to choose security over uncertainty. He married his college sweetheart, Cindy Silva, and accepted a stable marketing job. Yet beneath the responsible exterior, a restlessness persisted. Acting, a dream quietly nurtured for years, refused to fade. During his honeymoon, he encountered acclaimed actor Richard Burton on a flight. Nervously, Costner confessed his ambition to pursue acting. Burton's encouragement, simple yet sincere, carried enormous weight. That brief conversation validated a possibility Costner had long feared to pursue. Soon afterward, he made the bold decision to leave his secure job and commit fully to acting. It was a risk that unsettled friends and family, but he understood that regret would weigh heavier than failure. For the first time, he chose uncertainty willingly, trusting that courage meant acting before confidence fully arrived. Hollywood's harsh reality. Los Angeles did not greet Costner with opportunity. It tested him relentlessly. To survive, he worked odd jobs, cleaning boats, driving trucks, and guiding bus tours of celebrity homes, while attending auditions that often ended in rejection. Money was scarce, and pride prevented him from retreating. He walked long distances to save bus fare and endured cold apartments with broken heaters. His early film appearance in Sizzle Beach, USA brought little recognition and later embarrassment. Promising opportunities also dissolved unexpectedly. He filmed scenes for The Big Chill, believing his breakthrough had arrived, only to see every moment cut from the final version. Such setbacks might have ended another career before it began. First, Nainan Chior were they reinforced a familiar pattern. Silence, disappointment, endurance. Hollywood offered no guarantees, only uncertainty. Yet he continued showing up, trusting that persistence, learned in childhood, would eventually transform rejection into opportunity. Breakthrough and rising stardom. Persistence finally bore fruit in 1985 when director Lawrence Kasdan cast Costner in Silverado, a role that showcased his natural charisma. Soon after, The Untouchables elevated him to national prominence, revealing a steady hero audiences trusted. In 1988, Bull Durham displayed humor and charm, while 1989's Field of Dreams cemented his reputation as a symbol of hope and sincerity. Unlike louder action stars of the era, Costner projected calm conviction. Viewers connected to his authenticity, sensing emotional truth beneath the performances. His films surpassed box office expectations, and he quickly became one of Hollywood's most reliable leading men. Yet success did not satisfy his creative ambition. Acting alone felt incomplete. He wanted to shape stories from behind the camera. The drive that had carried him through rejection now pushed him toward an even greater challenge, directing a film many believed would destroy his career, the gamble that changed cinema. In 1990, Costner undertook an extraordinary risk by directing and starring in Dances with Wolves. A lengthy Western partially spoken in Lakota, the film defied studio expectations. Executives warned that audiences lacked patience for long run times or nuanced indigenous narratives. Production proved grueling. Weather disruptions, escalating budgets, and mounting skepticism threatened collapse. Critics predicted failure before release. Costner invested not only money, but reputation, determined to tell a story rooted in empathy and cultural respect. When the film premiered, it surpassed expectations, earning widespread acclaim and 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director. Financial success followed, transforming Costner into one of Hollywood's most influential figures. More importantly, the film shifted perceptions of the Western genre, proving audiences would embrace thoughtful storytelling. The risk validated his instincts and demonstrated that courage in art can reshape an industry resistant to change. Public failure and private doubt success, however, proved fragile. Ambitious projects, such as Waterworld and The Postman, faced production difficulties, ballooning budgets, and harsh critical response. Media narratives shifted quickly from praise to ridicule. Headlines framed him as reckless and overconfident. The same industry that once celebrated his vision now questioned his judgment. Awards recognition faded, and scripts became scarce. Public criticism stung deeply, echoing earlier experiences of invisibility and rejection. Though Waterworld later found financial recovery internationally, the label of failure lingered. For Costner, this period tested identity more than finances. Was he the visionary behind Dances with Wolves or the cautionary tale of Hollywood excess? Doubt resurfaced, yet surrender did not. He understood that careers, like lives, move in cycles. Having endured childhood instability and early rejection, he faced this downturn with familiar resolve, determined not to let temporary perception define permanent worth. Renewal through reinvention. Costner gradually rebuilt his career by returning to grounded storytelling. In 2003, he directed and starred in Open Range, a modest Western emphasizing character over spectacle. The film reminded audiences of his strengths: sincerity, moral clarity, and emotional depth. Yet his most dramatic resurgence came years later with the television series Yellowstone. Premiering in 2018, the drama cast him as John Dutton, a ranch patriarch fiercely protecting family and land. The series became a cultural phenomenon, drawing record-breaking cable viewership. At an age when many actors were retreat from leading roles, Costner reasserted relevance. His portrayal carried gravitas shaped by lived experience. Viewers responded not merely to performance, but to presence. The authenticity of someone who had weathered public rise and fall. The resurgence confirmed a truth his life repeatedly illustrated. Endurance often yields second chapters richer than the first. Personal sacrifice and emotional cost. Behind professional triumphs and setbacks lay personal consequences. Costner's marriage to Cindy Silva endured early struggles, but gradually strained under fame's demands. Long filming schedules and constant travel created emotional distance difficult to bridge. In 1994, after 16 years, their marriage ended in divorce. A painful transition that carried financial and emotional tolls. Later relationships brought both joy and further challenges, including highly publicized legal disputes. Fame amplified private matters, turning personal struggles into headlines. For a man who valued privacy, scrutiny felt invasive. Yet he remained devoted to his children, striving to balance career ambition with fatherhood. Success had delivered everything he once sought, but it required sacrifices he had not fully anticipated. The contrast between public admiration and private vulnerability revealed a universal truth. Achievement does not exempt anyone from loss. Even those who appear strongest carry burdens unseen by the audience applauding them. Conclusion. Standing through every season, Kevin Costner's life transcends celebrity biography. It is a study in resilience forged through silence, instability, ambition, failure, and renewal. From a shy boy moving between rented homes to an Academy Award-winning filmmaker and television icon, his path reflects determination more than destiny. He has experienced extraordinary acclaim and public humiliation. Yet, neither extreme defined him permanently. What endures is his willingness to begin again, after rejection, after criticism, after personal heartbreak. His story reminds us that success is not a straight ascent, but a landscape of peaks and valleys. Strength lies not in avoiding the fall, but in rising each time the ground gives way, as he continues creating well into his 70s. Costner embodies a lesson learned in childhood. Life may push relentlessly, but endurance, shaped quietly over years, can carry a person further than applause ever could.